I make no apologies. I've never cared for Michael Rapaport. He's a Z-list actor, and I really believed his character in the John Singleton movie with him and Ice Cube and Omar Epps and Tyra Banks, Higher Learning. I believed his character. Sometimes when you see a movie's character, you sitting there and you go, "Oh yeah, that just like Latifah and Set It Off." I believe the character, but that's a different video, another reason. But I believe what I see. I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, that was acting." No, that was real. He done went on some storm about why Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton didn't win. This turkey is a clown. He been invited to the cookout. I never. First of all, what cookout was he supposed to come to? Cause he was down with Tribe Called Quest, and he showed some affinity for hip hop, and he can talk a little bit or something. Like he somehow gets some report. Um, I've never bought into his stick. First of all, Hillary Clinton was more than qualified to be president. It's just that either people used the last name or they were scared of her because of her actually having some type of authenticity to actually be qualified for a job, because she was actually a politician in New York State. Unlike Trump, she was actually a politician. He somehow used them to get to where he got, so he had to rub off for that because they were actually doing what they did. I mean, really? Really? Kamala Harris, professional woman as well. Trump donated money to her. When I hear people like Michael Rappaport says, well, the country is ready for women and it's not racist, it's not sexist. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're very much so. If that wasn't the case, you can't tell me you've had two women in almost in a 10-year window with all the stuff that's going on with the Me Too and the cancel culture and the mute culture and all the people that they're going after, and they still aren't going to tell me that these two women one of them couldn't have been in. You're going to tell me that, and Trump's in the middle of that sandwich, and you're going to tell me that that doesn't look suspect? Oh, I'm going to call it out. Because you don't really have to be qualified to be presidential material. You just have to say something that kind of connects the dots and have the right people and put things in perspective. But you don't really technically have to be. But it's not a progressive country. We know they're racist and sexist. We know that they are not ready or they won't be ready. They'll do everything to downplay the obvious. And before someone throws Obama at me, that's a fluke. Because I just don't think there'll be another black man who'll get that opportunity again. I don't see it. I'm going by this situation. They hired two white grandpas to run the country, Archie Bunker types. So I don't quite see where that fits in a very progressive. I can see technology being progressive. I can't see the mindset that's saying, I think we will do that. So when I hear him, I think he's a clown. I know he is, because you can't dignify why those two women didn't win. You can't. They are more qualified than Trump ever was. Now, Kamala was a vice president while he lost. She ran. He was there. She come up through the ranks in California. Now, regardless of where you come down her track record as a prosecuting attorney, which again he donated money to, she has credibility. Hillary had more than enough credibility. If you're progressive, if you are about situations, two different types of women, two different racial backgrounds, age range, but how do you not get one of them in when you're dealing with the likes of him in between? You can't explain it. You can't explain it. Not with a straight face, you can't. Unless there's a fix going on. And for the record, I'm not a fan of none of them because I told you before, I'm about reparations. I'm about that couch life. Until they come up with reparations, until they do right with black folks in America, what has been going on for 500 years, ain't none of it for me. I treat those parties like they're all Diddy parties. No thanks. But to sit there and tell me that Hillary and Kamala couldn't win, that they couldn't tag team and win, that there wasn't nothing there, that that everything that has gone on, and neither one of them broke any laws. But you get clowns like this who somehow gets into his high horse when he so-called hip-hop cat, so-called conscious grad. You down with Tribe Called Quest? I'm sure you were down with Black Star and Talib and Most Def. I'm sure you can tell me all the recite the lyrics and the words, but you sure get mighty patriotic when you say, well, there's not racism, no sexism. No, they just don't have that. No. Yes, they do. You can put anybody you want in. They put a TV movie actor in the 80s with a SAG card. Fast forward 40 years later, TV actor with a SAG card who did some movies. Deja vu, huh? Think I don't know? Maybe you'll run for president. Maybe Michael Rapaport can actually make his career count for something, because I just don't think it counts for nothing. But anyway, that's what they like, made for TV. They want something. If you have credentials and qualifications and you are said able-minded and bodied, I wanted to know if you actually have a professional capacity, how someone from a non-professional capacity gets over. If it ain't nothing but politics and a liking. Make it make sense. Because if you had Hillary and Kamala and Trump and you were going for a regular job and we're going by qualifications, who do you think the 1 through 3 positioning would be? How do you think that would rank? Hillary would be 1, Kamala would be 2, and Trump would be a distant 3rd. If we're going by regular jobs out here, and we just having regular talk, we having regular land. If we don't have any biases and no racism and nothing like that, and before anybody comes at me with that, I'm not using that as to why Kamala lost, but that is a factor though, because the demographics do say stick to your own, stick to your own. I'm just saying that is a fact. But I'm just using professional qualifications. I just want somebody to make that make sense. We're going by qualifications. Law-abiding citizen, no funny business, no one is tampering with things, nobody's associate like Rudy Giuliani. I wish Michael Rapaport would say something about Rudy Giuliani and that whole mess and the ballot, all of that. Just explain it away. Because I'm going to say for the record, I respect Hillary Clinton's intellect, what she's accomplished. I'm not no fan of hers by no stretch. But she should have won at least once or twice. She should have. And Kamala should have too. If we're going by what your professional capacity is, not based on what we look, but you see, I said it before and I'm going to say it again for the likes of Michael Rapaport and others who supported Trump on this other stuff. This is about privilege over principles. There is no morality. You are scared of a woman to run and you're scared of someone of color. That Obama thing came out the genie bottle. That ain't going to probably happen again. And they don't want to see it again. But this is the people who are using Michael Rapaport as a voice of reasoning, which is, maybe he'll be running for president, him and Bill Maher. I noticed certain type of minded folks who are what I call Z-list talents, and they sure get a lot of airtime to express their opinions on something when they somehow got in the cookout. I wouldn't have even had the dough, even had the nudge. They couldn't even know where I lived. They couldn't have found my address, but somebody let them in. And they sure got a lot to say, but no one remembers their careers either. But maybe that's the ticket to get to that golden key, that golden ticket. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another and share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay true. And remember, please be careful who you invite to the cookout.